Chris, you want to lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll call the October meeting of Batavia Township to order.
Mitchell?
Here.
Singer?
Here.
Tracy?
Here.
West?
Here.
Anderson?
Here. Okay, for those benefit of those watching on TV, we'll take a short break to do the bills and checks.
Today's the 8th, right? Yes.
Today is the
Wow, that was good. They were all in order. I didn't have to look around.
You the hard one.
That one's the, that's the easy one.
Easy.
though. General fund. Ready? Okay.
3906, 393, I think.
Yes.
3907, 175.
Yep.
3908, 1450.
Yes.
3909, $5.99.
Yes.
3910, 4,406.11.
Yes.
3913, so I don't have 11 or 12. 3913, 120.
Yes.
3914, 30.
Yes.
3915, 654.57.
Yes.
3916, 199.93.
Yes.
3917, 673.16.
Yes.
3918, 75.99.
Yes.
3919, 8767.
Yep.
That's it. Ending balance 778, 659.94.
right.
Burn Bridge.
Ready?
Check 0. Do that one. 245.36.
I do.
What is that for?
It's probably one of those electronic deals.
You don't have it? 245.36.
Yep, there it is. It says it's from Menards.
Why do we have a check 0 to Menards?
No idea.
I don't do that part.
It's one of those point of purchase debit card.
Do you have?
And we have a charge account there. How much was it
Check.
for?
245. On September 23rd. Okay.
Not to check on that. All right.
46.56, 53.43,
Yep.
46.66, 407.17.
Jeez. That's 10.
What?
10 in between.
Oh, 46.68, 231.60,
Yep.
46.69, 314.96,
Yes.
46.70, 202.47,
Yes.
46.71, 83.83,
Yep.
72, 420,
Yes.
74, 25.53,
Yep.
75, 62, 18.03.
Yep.
You're good, huh, Lee?
I'm good.
76, 299.90,
Yep.
77, 14, 12, 88.
Yes.
78, 566, 46.
Yes.
79, 493.90.
Yes.
80, 17, 40.
Yes.
81, 35, 15, 90.
Yes.
82, 6, 1801.
Yes.
83, 19, 22.
Yes.
86, 37, 90.
Yes.
87, 806.51,
Yes.
88, 183.85,
Yes.
89, 2,500,
Yep.
96, 1307.
Yes. Ending balance?
591, 312.76.
Come on, I got it.
Which was Menards,
245.36.
yeah, those are from regular bills last month.
Well, those are three.
Let me see, there's copy.
Three.
Those are 3 invoices. Which add up to that.
Okay, here it is.
6, 18, 3, yep.
So the bank must not have recorded the right number. Yeah, you should
Oh,
have,
right,
you should have a
yeah.
check.
Right, it just has, but it has a check number.
Yeah. So somehow in their magnetic reading,
Oh.
just threw it out as a 0.
Okay. Done.
Are we all set? Okay, thank you. Entertain a motion for approval of minutes from September.
So moved.
Second,
Mitchell,
yes.
Singer,
Yes.
Tracy,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes. Entertain a motion for approval of accounts from September.
So moved.
Accounts and bills.
Hold on just a minute. I was
Sure.
gonna ask about that Kendall, Kane County, 2,000 out of that, what is it? Motor
The
vehicle.
Motor fuel
Motor fuel tax.
Where does that come out? It's not, we don't pay it out of our,
No, the motor fuel tax money is paid and deposited with the county. Our portion from the state collection of motor fuel tax, and the county distributes that.
so they're
they
just
have
taking
an
out of
account
there.
for every entity that's under them, which is all the townships. The state has very strict rules as to what that can be used for.
One of those paving or whatever?
Yeah, so I use it just strictly for my paving projects, to pay part of the paving projects every year, and one of the things is engineering.
And can it roll over if you don't use it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay, thank you.
sure.
Okay.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Singer,
Yes.
Tracy,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes. Assessors report. Tammy, do you have anything?
Well, the filing deadline to file an assessment appeal ended September 23rd, so that time has passed. So right now I'm working on the evidence for the appeals that are filed so far. We have 20 filed as of today, but the county's still processing, so I'm anticipating 3 times that at least. But last year we had 159 filings, and this year so far we have 20. Again, I'm estimating probably 60 to 80, but it's actually calmed down a lot this year. This is the least amount of calls we've gotten since like in the last 4 years. So
So if the deadline is passed, how come you don't know how many? 'Cause it's
the
all
county
the
is,
county?
because
Not-
all the townships are due like at a certain time, like at the same time, and the county's got limited staff,
Oh, okay.
so they have to process 16 townships. So as the mail comes in, they get through them as fast as they can, so.
Oh, I was thinking they came to you first.
The taxpayer does, if that's what you're referring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the 30 days, we published August 22nd. You have 30 days to file an appeal, or come to me and talk to me within that 30-day period. That ended September 23rd. You can still talk to me about your assessment, however, you can't file an assessment appeal for this year. That's ended, but that's the process now, and it takes the county a while to get everything. With 16 townships, to get a little inundated right now, so. But
I
it's been
think-
pretty good.
I think also there's been a little more of an educational process
Yeah.
as far as through the newspaper
Yeah.
and things like that. And people are garnering information from that too, and things that you've said.
They're becoming more aware, and we're trying to, let people know that we are here and accessible and willing to help before they have to file the appeal. So that's what we're here for. So
Right. Okay, thanks. Chris, do you have a highway department report?
Yeah, next week will be the last week of brush pickup, next Monday, Tuesday. And next week is the start of leaf pickup. So,
What's the difference? For you?
machinery.
Oh.
No. So yeah, have your leaves out, windrow along the road like we have done. So we'll pick them up every week.
Okay, thank you. Okay, under old business, just to remind everybody that next Wednesday is the annual Township Officials of Kane County meeting at the Lincoln. And 6 to 7 p.m., somewhere around there, whenever you want to show up.
My wife might not be able to make it now, so what do I do? Well,
Ask someone else.
yeah.
You can do.
Take somebody else.
Somebody else that's interested. Tammy, you want to go?
I'm going.
Did you make a recommendation that I missed? What was?
I just didn't get your date.
Oh, I'm a tough one.
You bringing your wife?
Which one?
I mean, just a friend.
That's not part of this.
Should I mean, should I really
Bring a kid.
find somebody or should I
Brian
not
would.
worry about it?
Well, that's up to you.
Oh.
I mean, we paid for it, so.
Right.
Said you'd rather go
Bring
with
a
them.
kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how old's your
I bring my.
oldest child?
We can bring both kids and they can sit in one chair.
You bring Howard.
You're doing a big one.
Now you're really tempting me. Edit properly.
Okay,
I like that one.
the annual education conference is November 10th to 12th in Springfield, and there are 5 of us registered at this time. Tammy doesn't know yet, so.
And is it too late about the breakfast and the banquet? Because there might have been a chance I couldn't go because of my wife as well for that, but I can now, so that's why I didn't respond right away to your email. And what is everyone else doing?
Well,
Please
Lee's
don't.
staying for the banquet, but we didn't register for the breakfast.
Nobody did?
Nobody. Because I offered to buy.
He's buying you breakfast.
Oh, I did see that part of it, okay.
Yeah.
So might as well take advantage of that versus the breakfast at the banquet, right?
Right.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Okay, under new business.
But it's not too late for the banquet then and you're the only one going?
Yeah, you gotta send it in.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fun.
Are you gonna stay with him an extra night? Yeah, baby.
Oh, you
Yeah.
guys just throwing all sorts of.
See me after the meeting.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, that's Tuesday.
Okay,
night.
under new
Usually
business,
requires
we have
like
one
extra
fund
night stay,
transfer.
but-
Road and Bridge Fund. Find it now. We're gonna transfer, have you found it yet? Okay. Transfer $2,500 from miscellaneous to snow removal.
This was road?
General
Yep.
road?
Yeah.
Permanent
Permanent
road.
road.
Permanent road.
That's from general, miscellaneous to.
Got it?
2,500.
Is that
Got
all
it.
for
Okay.
salt?
Salt. I helped another township out, and we were all behind on our salt purchases last year, so I helped another township out fulfill their contract and bought their remaining balance. Which worked out good because it put us pretty full. It doesn't spoil. Well, last year I didn't buy any.
Because you had enough stored up?
Well, I had enough last year, and I didn't buy any new till late into this fiscal year because we were building that new building and I wanted to move the beet juice tank. So everything got pushed back and back and back, but.
Are you still doing beet juice?
It works pretty good and it's non-corrosive.
And it's not purple.
I'm all in on
Is
it.
it not purple?
It's brown. It's hard to see when it's coated in salt. Makes the salt hard to see coming off the spinner, but I think for the betterment of the
Our cars, thank
environment,
you.
you know, it's a good thing. It works, so that's all we really care about. And you could tell a big difference. It does not cause rust and corrode stuff. So we're pretty. I mean, salt does, but
Right.
it's a beet extract.
Is it better on the roads? too,
Sugar beet.
Yeah. The other product, and Cargill got the salt bid this year, and they have a product called Clearlane, which we really like. I mean, it's a really premixed product. It costs about $15 a ton extra to have this Clearlane product put on the salt by Cargill. It's a patented, but it contains some calcium chloride and quite a bit of magnesium chloride, which everybody was all in on early on in its life, but then they realized this magnesium chloride was terrible on bridges, and steel within concrete tended to get attacked. So several states now have outlawed it. Illinois hasn't been one of them yet, but
That's why our bridges are.
it's a real convenient product to buy.
And we don't have bridges.
We don't have any bridges.
No.
We can get cheaper.
So we don't buy that. We mix our own for about $5 a ton extra. So it saves $10 a ton and seems to work. For us, it seems to work as well.
And it helps break the salt down, right?
But
Instead
it
of
helps.
the salt just sitting there in the cars,
It helps
tires breaking it down.
It helps the salt start to go into solution quicker. It's a starch product, so it also aids in lowering the freezing. Well, it's just lowering the freezing point. Is what we're trying to do. And to do that with salt, you got to get it into a liquid. By itself in rock form, it doesn't do anything. But when it turns to liquid and joins with the snow and the water that's being melted, it lowers the freezing temperature, and that's why when you put rock salt in ice, when you're making ice cream, it makes it colder because it lowers the freezing temperature, and that's why it makes ice cream. Otherwise, you would never be able to freeze cream
All right.
with just salt.
Huh.
So.
Thank you.
You're
I have a
welcome.
lesson. It's like a Mr. Science episode.
I know.
With the bids and
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, we watch this very closely because we have temperature sensors on my truck that sense and I have a laser gun that shows me the temperature of the road, so I know what the road temp
it's
is
just warming things up. It lowers
to give us an idea of what to put down. And when we get done putting salt down and you come back within like a 20 minutes or half hour, that road temperature has gone down 2 degrees. Yeah, so it's caused that exothermic, it's given up heat. It's caused the exothermic reaction, and that's what keeps the water in suspension. And then your only fear is when it dilutes far enough, it will refreeze at some point.
Right.
So then you have to make sure you're back out there by that point. So it's not an exact science, but it is a science. We know what's going on.
And it helps use less salt as well, right?
Absolutely. When we went to this thought process, we used half the material that the township used to use. So I think it's a good thing. It costs less, and we're putting less stuff on the roads and in the environment. So, made sense to me.
Very good. Thank you.
Does the city embrace the beet juice?
They do, but they use other products too. Their volume is so high, it's hard for them really to mix the beet extract sometimes. So sometimes it's better. It's in their best interest to buy a premixed product.
And they
So we're set up now really sweet with a nice mixing facility, and it doesn't get messy, and we can keep it clean. So pretty good.
Very nice.
You should come out and look at it sometime.
I will.
Okay.
What are you doing tomorrow?
All right.
Okay, thanks. I hope to have the preliminary tax levy ready next month, and we need to pass that in December. And because of the conference, we need to probably set the meeting date for the following Tuesday. Is that okay, Sue?
Sure.
Okay.
Do we need to move on that? Yeah, I'll make the motion that we set the meeting for the next Tuesday.
So
following.
that, the date would be,
The date would be,
I could get out my calendar.
No, don't bother.
I won't, but that's okay.
I can look it on the wall.
She's almost there.
She's there.
November 12th.
November 12th,
And so it would be the 19th.
the 19th.
Okay.
All right.
I'm looking at the calendar.
Okay,
The 19th, right?
Yep.
you got a
The
second?
19th.
New one second.
Second.
I'll second it.
We already got 'em. Mitchell.
Oh.
Yes.
Singer.
Sure.
Tracy.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
It's your fault.
Okay.
19th.
Oh, and then also I need
Am I slouching?
a motion to allow Layla to pay any bills that come due before we actually okay the bills next month. So, like if we have gas company or whatever, if that's due around the 20th or 21st, it can be marginal. We don't want to be paying any fees. So that we've done before. And I'll make a motion to that effect.
Second.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Singer.
Yeah.
Tracy.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes. Anybody from the public have anything? Howard?
The Batavia 708 Board will be meeting next Tuesday, the 15th, at 7 p.m. here at the Township office.
Okay. Thank you. Any other business?
Yeah, I just wanted to raise the question of how we go about the checking the bills and accounts. And I raise this question because I think this activity that we engage in monthly is unclear to those people who are watching on BATV or who are here. So my question is, can we make this process clearer? What we're really doing is we're reviewing the bills, and the two things we're really doing. We're reviewing the bills and we're reconciling the checking accounts so that we know that there is a balance in the checking account to pay the bills. There are all kinds of things that I could reference in the trustees' operation manual published by Township Officials of Illinois. But let me just suggest that, one, I think we have to make the assumption that we can trust the supervisor, the highway commissioner, and the clerk to do their jobs. And I think that we can trust Layla Brown to monitor the bank statements and check the work of the other officials, so that there's a good deal of trust, I think, that we can just place automatically in what people are doing. That's not to say that we don't have a responsibility to be vigilant. I think that what we could do, a couple of alternatives. One, we could just continue to do what we're currently doing. Another alternative would be that prior to the meeting, trustees could come in and individually review bills. The problem is that in terms of the bank statements, sometimes they're not available.
She usually gets them, she has had them faxed
Yeah,
to, this week because they didn't come until today.
Right.
So she wouldn't have been able to get it done.
right. Another alternative would be at our meeting, it's really only necessary to sign a list of the bills. It's not really necessary to review each one of them, from my point of view. We could, and all that really is necessary in terms of the bank statement is to review that there is a balance in each fund, sufficient to pay the bills.
Who would make the list though?
who is making the list. The list is being done already. You have a
Bills
list.
to be paid.
Yes, it is. It's right here, along with the agenda, is it not?
It
And
is
then
for-
there is
it
a
is for-
summary that is
Road and bridge
prepared.
it is.
It is for the road and bridge.
We could have the other ones.
It doesn't state anything in there that we can't have a list for the general fund?
No.
Okay. Because I understood that at a conference one time, and I will bring it up again in November, stating that the road and bridge can be handled that way, but not the general fund. But the problem I see with that is, what about a township the size of Aurora or Elgin, Dundee? You know, do they individually take care of the bills? As far as the city goes, they have that on a consent agenda. So they approve everything, trusting the audit or their accountant or whoever does their bills to give them an accurate report of the balance. Yeah, I would
Well, since we're
rather,
going down to the annual meeting, let's just
Good thing to
clarify.
ask.
I will.
And then next meeting, we'll,
Yeah, ask what other people do.
Yeah.
well, it's,
This
like you
list-
said, it's so varied. The small people may have only 10, and then larger townships might have, 300 bills to pay.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do that. We couldn't go through
We
300.
have, I mean, the general fund has about half of what Chris has, because we don't deal in a lot of
Mhm.
small things. I mean,
This list is just here for you to be able to look through the payable companies quickly, and then if you have any questions, go right
Yeah.
to the invoice, and then I try to be here early every meeting, so if you have any other questions, we can, straighten them out, because like what you did, ask some questions, that's so everybody knows, and,
We still
I
need to
don't know
look at
what you
them.
guys decide.
The trustees still need to look at, and that's one of our primary jobs. But do we have to go through each individual one and sign it? Maybe not. Let's find out.
that's.
Not on the road and bridge.
When did
for
that
sure,
practice
but-
start here? Why is it that we continue to do that?
He said he heard it.
Oh, okay. And my 2 cents is that it doesn't really take up too much of the meeting. I don't think it's a matter of lack of trust. I think it's a matter of just having a system of checks and balances that's visible for the public to have their faith in.
My
So I-
concern is that it's unclear to those people watching on BATV or those people who are here even to watch it as to what's going on.
We understand what's going on. We're clear on what's going on.
Now, my point is that it's important for us to be transparent and communicate to the public that what it is we're doing in terms of our job. But
Well,
So then, if we're reading off the checks,
my
and
point
somebody
is,
else is going through these,
my point is that I'm not sure what is achieved by going through the checks. What you're trying to do is determine that once you've approved the bills to be paid, you have then look at the checkbooks to see if there's a balance left in each fund to pay the bills. And that's really all you need to know.
Do we have a way of checking that what we've said we're okay with paying is actually what's paid?
It's in your report.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we don't take last month's and compare it with this.
You could.
Maybe that's what we should be doing, right? Instead.
there's 3 or 4 ideas. Let's just get it figured out down at the meeting, and we'll come back and we'll report on the next time. How's that sound?
So,
I like
sounds
it.
fine to me.
Sounds like a plan.
okay. Yeah,
That's your mission while you're there.
Beautiful.
I didn't want to take
It
any
is,
action
not
on
mine,
it.
but I'll
Oh.
I
check
didn't
it
want
out.
to take any action on it tonight anyway, simply because
Can't.
it's not on the agenda.
Right. Okay.
So,
But your point was well made.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, thank you, Lee. I think that's commendable.
What else you got?
Nothing.
That's it?
I've caused enough trouble.
Nothing
No,
on,
no.
nothing, nothing on the
I'm slapping you.
Batavia
Neighbors.
magazine or neighbors or whatever.
Well,
Don't get started.
don't get me started on
It's
the
on,
All
we're
right.
taking a hiatus.
All right.
We're
good.
taking a hiatus. What I did do was, I think at the last meeting I mentioned that I was going to, at the annual conference, they award a Mighty Message Award. And I was going to submit that. However, then I looked at it and I discovered that there was an August deadline, so we missed it. So we can do it next year.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Welcome.
If no other business, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
I'll second.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Singer?
Yes.
Tracy?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes. Thank you.